Well, good afternoon. It's my honor to have been invited by Keith Moore to present live. My name is Martin Mongiello, and this is, of course, for the KDM Consortium and Minority Business Development Agency Federal Procurement Center. And my presentation for this week is The Master of the Forge, America's Global Blueprint for Critical Minerals and Critical Materials Resiliency with Friends via cross-cultural leadership and respect. So the awakening, why cross-cultural leadership matters. For too long, we have been a nation comfortably asleep, just lulled by the illusion that the things we need to survive would always simply just arrive. It's another Amazon box on the front door. So we traded our self-resilience for convenience, allowing the forge of our republic to grow ice cold. And the last steel plant in American history tried to close or sell. The last one. So what the Hades is wrong with us? We saw the handwriting on the wall during COVID when simple disinfectants, like cans of Lysol, became desperate luxuries because 50 plus ingredients to make a can or a spray nozzle, etc., were tied up on distant shores. And you saw family members on the phone or on Facebook Instant Messenger or what have you saying, yeah, I have an extra can, but I could let it go to you, grandmom, for $40, okay? This is what happened to us. So today we wake up. But we do not wake up alone. I will say that to survive being cut off by China, who often supplies up to 98% of critical minerals to us, or Russia. We must master cross-cultural leadership, the ability to influence and motivate partners from dozens of diverse and friendly nations toward our national resiliency blueprint. So this isn't just a soft skill, it's a strategic requirement, okay? If we are to secure the 60 critical minerals that we have identified our operations depend on, we must understand the cultural dimensions of our allies from the UAE to Peru and the dimensions of the Global Forge. To lead the Forge initiative, the Forum on Resource Geostrategic Engagement, we must navigate the cultural dimensions that define our partners and friends. And that leads me to the Open Door Power Room, which is coming up in July, a summit, July 17th to 20th. It's coming up. In some high-power, distant cultures, leadership is actually hierarchical. They expect a tight-fisted grip on authority. In others, like our Nordic partners, leadership must be participative and egalitarian. And we welcome all cultural dimensions into the room where deals happen. Performance orientation. So we share a common drive for the quiet dignity of a factory or mine humming at midnight. This dimension encourages and rewards excellence, turning technological supremacy into a global standard, and that leads me to institutional collectivism. While we focus on the American success story, many of our partners in the Minerals and Security Partnership, the MSP, we just had 54 country partners come to that table, prioritize the collection, distribution, and collective distribution of resources and local value addition to their own cultures and heritages through respect and admiration. We know that a rising tide lifts all boats, okay? And that brings me to section 3 that I like to call acceptance, rejection, and universal truths. So culture is the filter through which our leadership is judged. Our Mandalorian resolve is accepted as strength in assertive cultures, but it may be rejected as aggressive in more humane oriented societies. However, there are attributes that hit the anvil universally. Across all cultures, a leader is endorsed, man or woman, if they are visionary and inspirational, providing the fuel for a generation that refuses to be dependent, trustworthy, and decisive, like the sound of Thor's hammer hitting the anvil with lightning, okay? I can hear that lightning cracking and sizzling. And when it hits, it usually knocks down 20 to 50 people all around where that hammer hit. Integrity driven, because any nation that cannot protect its own is not truly free. Conversely, universally rejected traits include being irritable, egocentric, or ruthless. And we do not treat our partners poorly. We lead with respect due to equals in an open door power room where all friends are welcome in kindness and compassion. And culture specific characteristics are important to look at. So again, autonomous leadership. Our Sonny Crockett and Ricardo Rico Tubbs Miami Vice style determination is prized in individualistic cultures but rejected in societies that favor group loyalty and shared generosity. We value the differences and treasure that there is no real American. We are a country of immigrants that migrated here and are made up of the 205 countries and territories worldwide. And risk-taking, the vision to mine, dig, and lead into the unknown is a badge of honor in the United States, but it is often viewed as a lack of caution in cultures with high uncertainty avoidance. Okay? So we realize that explaining ourselves as Americans is a path to understanding. And no, it does not bother us when somebody says, I still don't understand it. I don't understand you people, okay? It's not an excuse mechanism to get angry, okay? It's an opportunity to further talk and try to explain our path towards understanding. So in conclusion, I would say claiming the edge, we are becoming the makers again with hammer in hand over the anvil. We are focusing our entire mind and cerebral cortex on winning. And through Project Vault, Forge, and many more, we are now working together to inject trillions into a strategic reserve and plan that ensures our lights are going to stay on and our borders stay firm. We never again plan on begging anyone for critical materials or minerals to make the thousands of household items our people treasure and love in America. And you know, that includes medicines a mother cannot get for her baby boy, or a father out of his mind over his suffering daughter. These are things only a woman knows the true grief of, or a man becomes compelled to fanatically secure the power of Thor's hammer and lightning to put a stop to being threatened with. These are the ideas that electrify all people, I would say, across the world, who know of the superheroes Americans have created and shown across the earth. And yes, those include Captain Marvel with her flowing blonde hair, Wonder Woman, Black Panther, and Batman, because we believe in the power of good and a just universe for all. And these are universal traits loved by everyone. And we are coming home to ourselves, but we are doing it, you know, at the head of a global table. We are masters of the forge once more and once again. The fire is lit. Let's get to work in America and with our worldwide partners, friends, and colleagues. Thank you so much.